Here is the full, detailed, and accurate English translation of your provided text, without omissions or additions. Have you ever wondered if just by changing a few very small things in an ordinary morning, you could extend your life by 10 more healthy, independent, and free years? Sounds hard to believe, doesn't it? But thousands of people over the age of 65 across the United States are proving that this is absolutely true, simply by practicing a few easy habits that anyone can start today. I still remember the first time I met Ellen, a 69-year-old woman living alone in Arizona after her husband passed away. At that time, she was quite thin, often had trouble sleeping, and didn't want to leave the house. I felt like I was slowly fading away from life, day by day, she said. But just a few months later, I couldn't recognize her. A radiant, strong Ellen, waking up at 6 a.m., walking around the park, cooking her own healthy breakfast, and even enrolling in senior yoga classes. What helped her come back to life like that? Not expensive supplements, not strict diets, nor some magical secret. It was 5 very small, incredibly simple habits that she committed to doing every single day. And the amazing thing is, you can start just like Ellen, beginning tomorrow morning. The latest studies from the National Institute on Aging in the US also confirm people who maintain healthy habits after age 65 can live an additional 10 to 15 healthy years, with higher quality of life, fewer illnesses, and a sharper mind until the end of their lives. You don't need to do anything too grand, just the right glass of water, a few minutes of movement, a bit of gentle morning sunlight can already be a turning point. And today, I'll tell you about each of those habits through real stories, medical insights, and gentle advice that you can apply right away. This is not just information. This is a roadmap to help you gradually reclaim your vitality, your sense of control, and your love for your own body. If you're ready, let's begin with the first habit, a small action that takes less than a minute but can change your cardiovascular system, memory, and even your skin after just a few weeks. Can you guess what it is? Let's find out right now. Habit 1, drink water right after waking up. Awaken life in every cell. Ellen, whom I just told you about, used to start her mornings with a strong cup of coffee. She thought that was the only thing that could help her wake up. But after a consultation with a senior nutrition expert, she decided to make a change. Instead of coffee, she began each day with a glass of warm water placed by her bedside. It sounds simple, but the effect is far from small. While you sleep, your body loses water without you even realizing it, through breathing, sweating, and even basic metabolic functions. This makes your blood thicker, forcing your heart to pump harder to circulate it throughout your body. And if you already have high blood pressure, diabetes, or heart conditions, skipping hydration first thing in the morning could quietly increase your risk of stroke or heart attack without warning. According to research from Harvard University, simply drinking 350-500 milliliters of water within 10 minutes of waking up can improve memory, increase blood circulation to the brain, and lower levels of the stress hormone cortisol in your bloodstream. This is one of the longevity secrets of the Japanese, a country with the highest average life expectancy in the world. You can start tonight. Leave a glass of warm or filtered water by your bed. When you open your eyes in the morning, don't reach for your phone. Reach for that glass of water. And imagine you're refreshing every cell after a long night. Feel the water flow through your throat, waking up your kidneys, liver, brain, and even your heart. Do you already do this every morning? If not, try tomorrow. Just 1 week, and you'll notice a clear difference. Your head feels lighter, you feel less fatigued in the morning, and even your skin may look brighter. A small habit, but the first step toward a long, healthy, and clear-minded life well into your 90s. And now, let's move on to the second habit, one that helps reset your body's natural rhythm, combats depression, and slows aging in a completely natural way. Can you guess what it is? We'll discover it right after this. Habit 2, get natural sunlight within the first 30 minutes after waking. Reset your body's biological clock. Every morning at exactly 6:45 a.m., Mrs. Helen, 74, steps out onto the porch of her home in North Carolina, carrying a cup of herbal tea and a foldable chair. She sits there, no phone, no TV sounds, just the soft morning light and the distant chirping of birds. When asked why she's kept this routine for nearly 10 years, Helen smiles and says, "Sunlight is the only natural clock I trust. It never throws me off like those sleeping pills." And she has a good reason. Researchers at the U.S. National Institute on Aging report that getting natural light within the first 30 minutes of waking helps reset the internal biological clock, also known as the circadian rhythm, accurately. When this rhythm is in sync, the body produces melatonin more effectively at night, resulting in deeper sleep, better recovery, reduced stress and inflammation, and even improved blood sugar and blood pressure regulation. Dr. Andrew Peterson, a specialist in sleep for older adults, shares, "I've seen patients over 70 complain of insomnia, unexplained fatigue, and mild depression, and they all had one thing in common. They weren't getting natural sunlight in the morning. After they changed that habit, just 10 minutes of morning sunlight each day led to noticeable improvements in sleep and mood." As for Helen, she says each morning spent in natural light feels like a greeting from the universe. "I sit there, and I feel that I'm still alive, still able to sense the breeze and the warmth of the sun. That alone lets me know I'm on the right path to staying healthy." If you often feel tired upon waking or don't sleep well at night, try starting your day by opening your windows wide or stepping out onto the porch for a few minutes in the early morning. It doesn't have to be bright sun, just regular exposure to natural light consistently each day. Have you gotten your morning sunlight today? If not, make a promise to yourself that you'll start tomorrow morning. That one small step could be a big change for your long-term health. Let's continue with the third habit, a simple routine that has a profound impact on both physical and mental well-being: gentle movement in the morning, especially within the first hour after waking. Meet Richard, 74, who lives in the suburbs of Boise, Idaho. Richard is a retired engineer who got used to a fairly sedentary lifestyle after retiring. He would sit for hours reading the newspaper, watching TV, and assumed that resting more was just a natural part of growing older. But during a routine checkup, his doctor warned that if he didn't start incorporating light movement back into his day, issues with circulation, knee joints, and memory could progress faster than he expected. Instead of diving into intense exercise, Richard chose a simple routine, a gentle walk around his backyard every morning, just 10 minutes, right after drinking water and soaking in the morning light. No need to push hard, no equipment required, just his feet touching the ground, birds chirping, and a body beginning to move. After a few weeks, Richard noticed something amazing. His mind was sharper by noon, his joints were less stiff, and most importantly, he slept better at night. "I don't need to train like an athlete," Richard laughed. "I just need to make sure my body doesn't stay frozen." Researchers at Mayo Clinic also confirmed that just 10 minutes of light morning movement, like stretching, walking, or joint rotations, can activate anti-insulin hormones, improve metabolism, and help prevent muscle atrophy due to inactivity in older adults. If you find it difficult to start, be like Richard. Choose a small corner, a familiar walking path, or simply take a few barefoot laps around your home. Your body doesn't need anything complicated. It just needs you to begin. Have you been letting your body sleep in too long each morning? Try this small habit starting tomorrow and share your first impressions after 1 week. And don't forget, if Richard's story inspires you, hit the subscribe button so we can continue walking together through these small but powerful steps for healthy aging. Are you ready to wake your body up? Next is habit number 4, a small practice that takes less than 1 minute each morning but delivers remarkable benefits. A deep breathing exercise that activates the parasympathetic nervous system, helping your body ease into the day, reduce inflammation, and improve circulation right after waking. Let's look at the story of Carol, 69, who lives in Asheville, North Carolina, a peaceful town nestled in the Appalachian Mountains. After losing her husband, she often felt sluggish in the mornings, experienced a rapid heartbeat, and sometimes didn't even want to get out of bed. She had tried various vitamins and herbal teas, but nothing seemed to help. Everything changed when a friend from her yoga class introduced her to a simple breathing exercise. Each morning, before getting out of bed, Carol gently sits up, places one hand on her chest and the other on her belly, and performs the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Inhale through the nose for 4 seconds, hold the breath for 7 seconds, and exhale gently through the mouth for 8 seconds. Just 4 cycles, less than 1 minute. After a week, she felt more emotionally stable, no longer dizzy when standing up, and notably, her blood pressure was better controlled at her next checkup. According to Dr. Michael Cohen, a neurologist specializing in aging, the 4-7-8 breathing method acts like a biological switch, shifting the body from a state of tension into recovery mode. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system, something that tends to become unbalanced in older adults, thereby slowing the heart rate, lowering cortisol, and improving blood flow to the brain. You don't need to meditate for hours to gain the benefits of calmness. Just 60 seconds of 4-7-8 breathing each morning gives your body the chance to start the day with stability and serenity. Talk about a Sunday morning tune strike. All you need is a quiet spot and a few moments to tune into yourself. If you've ever felt your heart race, felt dizzy upon standing, or simply struggled to start the day calmly, this small practice may be exactly what you need. Share your experience with Senior Life 365 in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe if you find this habit helpful for healthy, peaceful aging. You deserve mornings that truly feel like your own. Habit 5. Eat a full breakfast with protein and fiber. Jumpstart the brain, stabilize blood sugar, and sustain mental sharpness after 65. Let's meet Marvin, 73, who lives in Wisconsin. He spent most of his life working in his family's mechanical workshop, waking up every day at 5 a.m. But after retiring, Marvin gradually began skipping breakfast or just having a cup of coffee with a slice of white bread to keep things light. He thought eating less would be good for his heart. What he didn't expect was how sluggish he felt every morning. Mild dizziness, brain fog, and a lack of mental clarity until nearly noon. Everything changed when his doctor advised him to get at least 25 grams of protein and 8 grams of fiber in his breakfast. It sounded simple, but the results were surprisingly powerful. Marvin started his day with 2 boiled eggs, a slice of whole grain toast, a few blueberries, and a handful of walnuts. After 2 weeks, he felt significantly more alert. He returned to his morning walks and even felt motivated enough to start learning the guitar, something he once thought was too late for. According to Dr. Valerie Richardson, a geriatric nutrition specialist, a breakfast rich in protein and fiber helps prevent blood sugar spikes, reduces systemic inflammation, and enhances focus throughout the morning. It's also the most important meal for preventing hidden malnutrition, a common issue among older adults who tend to eat less, eat repetitively, and have lower nutrient absorption. Don't underestimate breakfast. A well-rounded morning meal isn't just fuel for the body. It's a daily reminder that you are worth caring for from the inside out. If you often feel sleepy after 10 a.m., easily irritated, or have trouble concentrating, take a look at your breakfast. Just one small change tomorrow, like adding an egg, some leafy greens, or a spoonful of chia seeds, can be the beginning of 10 healthier, stronger years. How do you start your mornings? Try Marvin's habit and share your experience with us in the comments below. And if you want to keep learning small lessons that make a big difference in your golden years, don't forget to subscribe to Senior Life 365. We still have many bright mornings ahead, so long as you choose to begin them the right way, starting today. And you know what? The most wonderful thing I've realized from listening to people like Sylvia, Benjamin, or Uncle Marvin is that none of them started with anything grand. None of them woke up one morning and suddenly turned into role models of longevity. They simply listened when their bodies spoke, and instead of ignoring the signals, they chose to respond with consistency and care. You might be thinking, I'm over 70 now, is it too late? The answer is, it's never too late. Growing old isn't the end, it's just a new chapter. And you still have the right to write pages that are beautiful, peaceful, and full of pride. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin. A glass of water beside the bed, a gentle beam of morning sunlight on your cheek, a slow, grateful breath for waking up to see another day. These aren't just habits. They're daily reminders that you are alive, and you are choosing to live well, live intentionally, and live with purpose. And if you're still watching until now, I want to say thank you, because you've loved yourself enough to listen to this message. Please leave a comment sharing what touched you the most today or which habit you plan to start tomorrow morning. And don't forget to subscribe to keep walking with us here at Senior Life 365, where each video is a gentle reminder that your golden years can be the most beautiful time of your life if you take care of yourself the right way. And if you have a loved one, a mother, father, aunt, or uncle who's entering their twilight years, please send them this video. Because who knows, one small habit you share today could help them live 10 more years, happier and healthier by your side.